Hey, hey, hey. This hey. This is Recovery Tarot. We play tarot always under the umbrella of recovery. I don't know. I'm gonna say it like that. Hey, hey, this is Recovery Tarot. We play tarot always under the umbrella of recovery. So yeah, if you or someone you know is struggling, trying to get a little bit of insight, stick around, get to it. We'll get you some spiritual guidance. Some spiritual guidance from the tarot. Look at that. Tower. Coming in hard. All right. All righty. So, what do we got today? We are going to do the Emperor spread, which is my favorite spread. It is reason, responsibility, reality, advice. Right? 6 cards in the Roman numeral number 6. Oh, we got verse 3 came out. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then we've got to do the other. That get caught up in the moment, you know, it happens sometimes. Yeah, just so you know, if you wouldn't mind taking a second, hitting the like button gently, helps get this message out there. And a lot of people really need this message right now. You know, you look in the news lately, we're not really winning this opioid war, are we? So, anything else? So, okay, ready. All right, so up here in your reason, got the Ace of Wands. Looks like you're looks like something. There's like a burning desire for something to move forward, right? There's like a burning desire. So it's like, you know, what's pushing you right now to do what you're doing, to behave the way you're behaving, is this inner like feeling that there's something in you that you know, it's just it wants to get out, right? It's just like bubbling. You can feel it, you know. In this card, you know, the hand is reaching from the clouds, you know, which signifies that it's coming from within you, or it's coming from something else that you can't see, something, you know, seemingly supernatural to some, or you know, maybe it's an idea in you that you know you didn't know you had, and then all of a sudden it's like, whoa, some dots got connected, and this is related to our feelings, our drives, our passions. You know, and over here in responsibility you got the high priestess. Now, the high priestess, she's like the intuitive, not you know, she's the inner sense of intuitive knowledge. You know, she's your inner guide or spirit guide, right? Um, it seems like you have a birdie in your ear right now, and that birdie is telling you what to do. Um, and it's your responsibility to listen to that birdie and not be afraid of what that birdie's telling you to do. I mean, obviously, don't do anything crazy, but you know, it, whatever the high priestess is trying to tell you, whisper in your ear or whatever, it's coming from a good place inside of you. So you can trust that you can listen to it, you know, because it's coming from, you know, the deepest parts of yourself, which is just, it's innately the best parts of ourself, you know. And so it's good. Maybe you just need to go out on a limb. Maybe you just need to really give your full self to something. I don't know. You know, that's up to you to decide. Our journeys, they're our own, you know, they truthfully are. There's, you know, we're supposed to ask for help when we need it. But I mean, there's only so much that somebody outside of our own heads can do for us. We have to put in the work. We have to make the decisions. And a lot of times we know what those decisions are. You know, we know what they are. We just, you know, they're difficult, they're scary, they're confusing. We don't really know what to do. You know, and the reality is that right now, you know that you got, you know, you could feel it inside of your success. You can know, you can see the journey, you can see it, but it's just not the reality right now. Right now, it looks like you got some work to do. Looks like you need to listen. You have the tools. You have the tools. You've got the passion. You've got the idea. You've got the, you know, the inner guidance. You know, the things that you want. This is coming from the deepest part of you, and it just hasn't been there yet. So there's some work that you need to do, and whatever it is, you know what I mean? You know, a lot of people jump straight to money. It doesn't have to be that, you know. Like oftentimes it's not. You know, these are a lot of times these readings, they're internal battles we're talking about, and we relate two different energies, you know, and so we automatically assume the other energies outside of ourselves, but it's not. You know, these are internal battles. You got to remember that in order to, you know, really become, you know, who you are, become who you are. All right, anyway, let's go over to the advice cards here. At the top of the advice card, you got the world, right? You're staring down the barrel of, you know, the next, the next chapter of your life. You know, the world card is the completion of a cycle. You see how she's facing the left here, at least my left. That's the past, right? So she's facing the past, but she's looking to the future, which is the right. And she's centered in the middle of the card around eternity, you know, and it's saying like this phase of your life, it's over, it's done. It's okay to move on. You know, she's got all the different animals around her. It's just like the culmination of everything, all of the different energies, you know, that you've accumulated and worked through for the past however long. You know, some people really go through it, you know, for long periods of time. God bless them, hats off, you know, but it's done. And what you got to do is you got to just reach in and you got to grab it, you know. And that looks like a lot of different things, you know. It doesn't look like just one thing, you know. And so let's go on to the next one. We've got the Four of Pentacles reversed. So the Four of Pentacles reversed in the advice column saying, you know, maybe frugality. I mean, this is typically with like materials and stuff, right? So typically pentacles are associated with like money, physical stuff, you know, but really what I'm picking up here is maybe it's time to not be so frugal with your resources, right? Now, in terms of like recovery, that's learning that the inner resources we have are the most valuable, right? They're the most valuable. And so maybe this is talking about how you need to just start allowing those inner resources to flow out. You know what I mean? And not allow judgments, you know, from other people, or especially comparison to where other people are at on their journey. You know, don't start adding yourself up to others. You know, don't do that. You know, because then that takes away from the ability to really provide, you know, your inner resources to others. And if there is any meaning to this whole experience that we're living, it's to provide what innately we have to provide inside of us in service of others. See, I mean, really, what else means anything, you know? When you think about it, maybe that's nihilism or like absurdism, or I don't know, but that's just the way I feel. You know, you got to give what you got, and you know, and that's an internal thing. That's your time. That's your emotions. That's your, you know, your feelings. That's your confidence in others. You got to give you trust. You know, all of those things. People, when somebody knows that you trust them, it means a lot to them. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, the last card that we got is the Ace of Pentacles reversed. So the Ace of Pentacles would, you know, it's cool because we got two pentacles in this reading. So that's cool. You know, that shows some seeds. There are seeds being planted. You know what I mean? Or seeds that have been planted, you know, and now maybe they're just starting to germinate. I don't know. But this card in the reverse is, what I'm thinking is making sure we're keeping our priorities straight. You know, oftentimes we get so caught up in the everyday that it gets difficult to remember, you know, what it really is that we want out of stuff. You know, there's a lot of flash, there's a lot of fake, you know, there's a lot of BS in this world that we live in, and most of it is just not real. You know, it's real in the sense that we created it and it affects us emotionally, but it's not real in the sense that it has any inherent value that would last outside of a you know, well-contained society, or you know, peace times. You know what I mean? You know, it's when your tech character is being tested. That's, you know, when we really find out the things that are important to us. And that's absolutely true. You know, so if you're going through it right now, just remember you're learning some of the most valuable lessons that you could be learning. And when you make it through it, eventually, after a lot of ugliness, you're going to be able to take those things and you're going to be able to manifest the most beautiful of lives. And you're going to be able to be a resource to people in your lives in a manner in which you never thought you could and they never thought you could, because you have an individualized, unique experience. And that's it. And you can give that to people, and that is priceless. You know, you can't buy that. It has to be given. It has to be, you know, provoked. But anyway, I really hope this reading was helpful, yeah, if you wouldn't mind, hitting the like button just to help spread this message, of hope, because there's a different way to live. We don't have to struggle so much with the things that we struggle with. Um, Oftentimes, a little bit of hope can really just tip the iceberg or keep a person going long enough for the boat to go around the iceberg. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you have a great night. Yeah, thank you.